clear that the Glasgow crowd blew us away singing along with the chorus. The first time anything like that had ever happened to us. We played 2 nights at the Apollo there, a classic old theater built in 1927 with Corinthian columns and a severe rake on the stage. Now, one that's tilted towards the audience, hence the directive, put that downstage left. So where I'm standing now is downstage left, where I've pretty much spent my entire life. It was also really high. The stage was like 15 feet 6 inches to be precise, so if you stood at the edge, you almost got vertigo looking over. At face level, there was a balcony like this, but it was much closer, and it had been built to bounce up and down, and I can tell you those Glaswegians knew it. Many bands who played there have testified that when the crowd put the bouncy balcony to the test, trampolining with all their might, you stood in fear that it might collapse. The great advantage of playing 2 nights in the same venue is that the crew doesn't have to pack up and load out after the first show, giving them a night off, and us a rare opportunity to unwind together. So it was on a February night in Manchester in 1978 that we convened in the bar of the Piccadilly Hotel. For a while, Alex had not been very happy. His second son, Adrian, had been born the year before, and he was missing home big time. Out of the blue, he challenged our stage manager, Lurch, a towering man, 6'11" in height, with a tough constitution, to a cognac drinking contest. Now, cognac is usually around 40% alcohol. It's for sipping. No one in their right mind knocks it back in shots, but I think I counted a dozen rounds. Soon words were slurred, voices were raised, and when a clearly plastered Alex triumphantly slammed yet another glass on the table, it shattered. I looked at Liam, our tour manager, and Howard, our lighting guy, and said, "You better get him to the room." So they put their arms around him and suggested it was time for bed, not least because we had another gig to do the following night. Those of us remaining in the bar had a laugh about it, then decided enough was enough for us too. But as we were waiting for the elevator, the doors opened and out flew Alex, lying prone on a room service cart. Cue more lunatic laughter, and once again Liam and Hearns rounded him up and escorted him to his room, which was next to mine. So sitting on my bed, I could hear shunting and crashing through the wall, like he was moving around, like he was moving furniture. I then heard him yelling out to the street, "Hey England, you guys are stupid. You're all living 1,000 years ago. Hey you, can you hear me?" I opened my window, I leaned out and said, "Lurks, buddy, go to sleep, it's late." He saw me. Dirk, can you believe this? These people are living 1,000 years ago." "Yeah, Lurksy, I know, but come on, man, close your window." So I closed mine and began undressing. But he kept calling my name, and then I heard more smashing sounds. He'd torn down the curtains and was soon leaning out his window again, tapping on mine with the metal curtain rod. Dirk, don't go. Open your window. Half naked now, I pull my curtains back just when the pane cracked apart, showering my room with splinters of glass. I looked down to see a 3-inch triangular piece of broken glass sticking into my tighty whities. About an inch from my effing manhood. Gingerly, I removed it, and then I heard scuffling in the hallway and a hubbub all over the floor. So I tiptoed over the broken glass of the door and looked through the peephole just in time to see a fisheye view of a nearly naked Alex running down the hallway with Hearns and Liam chasing after him. They were just hustling back into his room when the two security guards charged out of the elevator and banged on his door. He opened up, the curtain draped over him like a gauzy toga. Obstinately denying that he'd been making a disturbance, he said, "Well, I just don't give a shit." And he spat at one of them. Oh, we all cringed, mortified. Hearns did his best to placate them, earnestly apologizing and promising to sort it all out. He urged them to talk it over in my room, but when I opened the door, there for all to see was the glass strewn across my carpet. Somehow Hearns got them down to the manager's office, reassuring them of our normally upstanding character, promising we'd pay for the damages. And he saved us, really, from being booted out in the middle of the night. I curled up under the blankets in that room with no window, splinters everywhere, and fell asleep as the cool February air rushed in. The next day, poor Alex was so embarrassed and humiliated, to put it mildly, even though we knew it was just one of those things that happens when a person's at breaking point. In a fragile state, we left to do our second show, and when we returned, he went up to each and every employee, shook their hands, and apologized. Perhaps because he was so sincere, they were more than cool about it, and even promised to welcome us back the next time we were in town. But the following morning, we still left Manchester with our tails between our legs.